5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right. Ignition.
Are you feeling the Christmas spirit? You're watching a demonstration by the Consumer Product Safety Commission showing off how a dry Christmas tree can go up in flames in barely a minute. And unless you were hoping to get a bunch of insurance claims in your stocking, a flaming Douglas fir is probably not what you want to gather around on Christmas morning. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has actually been putting out videos like these for years, warning of the dangers of a dry tree. Here's another video from 6 years ago. This time the dry tree is on the left to change things up. And in this clip from a decade ago, this little guy in the corner copies his fireplace friend in about 15 seconds.
If you have a live tree, always make sure that it's well watered. Dry trees can go up in flames in just an instant.
That's the Consumer Product Safety Commission's chair. Looks more like a person to me. And this year marks the Commission's 51st anniversary. Why didn't we celebrate its 50th? Well, we weren't a YouTube channel yet. But we are now, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to @TheNewsRefresh and all your holiday dreams will come true. Probably. So the CSPC was founded back in 1972 as part of the Consumer Product Safety Act with a mission to protect the public against unreasonable risks of injuries and deaths associated with consumer products. For decades, they've taken on all sorts of hazardous products. Earlier this year, they even dropped an entire album of EDM and pop music about wearing helmets and being safe around fireworks that we covered here on your News Refresh. And as far back as the 70s, they were putting out PSAs like this one, with this very abrasive synth version of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. The CSPC is actually pretty good at helping you keep your house from turning into an outpost of the Branch Davidians. According to their consumer product data from 1980 to 2018, they say there's been a 43% decline in residential fires, a 41% decline in fire injuries, and a 47% decrease in fire deaths. So if you've got a Christmas tree, the CSPC says to make sure it's got plenty of water. And if you want to buy a fake tree because you think we somehow won't notice, be sure to look for a fire-resistant label somewhere when you're buying it. And as this Christmas tree guy out in Kentucky notes, be mindful of where you place your severed plants.
When you set your tree up, make sure you keep it away from a ceiling fan and try to keep it away from vents. We don't want the heat going up into the Christmas tree. We don't want any fire hazards.
Now, even though it's pretty clear that a Christmas tree can blaze up like a cheap suit, that doesn't mean the rest of your holiday decor isn't risky. And I'm not just talking about some sort of non-consensual mistletoe incident. Some holiday candles and even a lit menorah that's just a bit too close to the curtains can lead to a hell of a lot more smoke than whatever your brother-in-law made for Thanksgiving. Oh, and the CSPC has got plenty of warnings about turkey fryers frying 2 turkeys. Hence, the CSPC notes to never leave holiday candles unattended, place burning candles in sight away from flammable items, and blow or snuff them out before leaving the room. They also recommend using flameless candles whenever possible. That's kind of why I use these fake flameless cigarettes. They kind of look like something cool might be happening when in fact it is very much not. Anyway, the CSPC also highlights a bunch of other holiday safety issues too. They say to hang Christmas ornaments higher up in the tree so little types can't reach them, to avoid using cracked bulbs, not to string together more than 3 sets of light bulbs, and not to overload electrical sockets. And that's just concerning the decorations themselves. The CSPC notes that there were around 160 Christmas decorating related injuries every day during the holiday season between November 1st, 2021 and January 31st, 2022. And around 14,000 people were treated in the emergency room due to decorating related injuries. And 40% of these incidents were falls. So yeah, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation may as well just be a 97-minute public service announcement.